Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first City Hall meeting. Pleasure to see a bunch of different people here from all different walks of life. I will do some introductions for those who maybe don't know who we are or, what we do. So, hello, my name is Riley Manzel. I am the mayor of San Andreas, or Los Santos, I suppose. Going from my left to my right, we have John Boyd. We have Frank Rogers, who is our LSPD representative in the council. We have Cherry behind me here, and Cherry Papa, and we have Alo Koopa. These are all my council members. They are wonderful people. So, first things first, we're going to be mentioning some of the things that we've been voting on this week. Changes to the legislation and things like that. I suppose we'll start off first with the hunting laws. The hunting laws are being updated. They are going to be updated pretty much right now, actually. They're already up there on the new legislation. If anybody has a tablet, you can check those. Just to go down the list of things that we are changing. I can just bring up my tablet here as well. So the changes that we have done is we have added additional colors to the fluorescent vests that people can wear while hunting. So now you're able to wear a fluorescent green, orange, or pink. We've made a few different changes to the wording of the hunting laws and also explained what charges will be given for what laws are broken. So, for example, hunting outside of designated hunting zones will result in a charge of poaching. People are required to have some form of photo ID and the hunting license on their person at the time. It can be a driver's license or it can be a weapons license. It does not matter. You do still have to have a valid weapons license under your profile, though. We are also adding in a limitation on the amount of on the amount of meat that one person can have on their person at any time. This is a limit of 200 pieces of meat, including but not limited to cuts of meat and animal legs. So say, for example, you are out in a group of people with, 4 of you. Each of you can have 200 between you. Any additional 10 pieces of meat will result in a charge of poaching. We are adding a legal limit to the amount of animals that can be caged and trapped in one possession as well. This is a limit of 5. For every additional 5 trapped or caged animals, they will receive an additional charge of poaching. Any hunting charges received whilst hunting could potentially lead to the forfeiture of one's hunting license. These can be reinstated after a 14-day waiting period by a member of law enforcement if additional hunting charges have not been filed within this time. Obviously, this goes the same for if you lose your gun license, you will not be able to do so until you get that back. For the conservation of San Andreas' state wildlife, any persons reasonably suspected of hunting wildlife may be subject to search of their person and property. This means their cars, not so much their, not going to be able to get into somebody's. You're not going to be able to get into somebody's house to go search to see if they have any meat in there. It's only going to be the car that you are driving at the time and your physical person. This is to ensure proper practice of hunting procedures and laws. You will need to register your hunting license that you get from the hunting lodge with LSPD or a member of law enforcement, if one is available. You will need to provide your legal ID and your hunting paperwork with them in order to register that. And you will also still need to register your hunting weapons with a member of law enforcement if they are available. If one is not available, that is fine. I'm sure that if they come up there and check and you explain, they will be able to put that on your profile for you. One thing that will be touched on after this by Mr. Boyd behind me here, it will be the reclassification of firearms, but in this legislation we have also classified hunting rifles and crossbows now as Class 1 weapons. This means that if you are caught with them, in any cases where you're using them for illegal hunting or something like that, you will be charged as such for them being a Class 1 weapon. The hunting grounds have been updated. Most of the old ones are still exactly the same within the state of San Andreas. And then we also now have 3 separate hunting zones in Roxwood. This will be the 2 state parks and the Fog Basin. That is available on the legislation section of the MDW. The following animals have been chosen by the Marshal's Department to be illegal to hunt at any point during the year. That would include lions, mountain lions, and red pandas. If these are to be hunted, they will be charged as poaching.
Fuck the red pandas, man.
Dangerous animals.
Red pandas.
You are able to defend yourself from the lions and mountain lions. You just cannot harvest them.
But red pandas taste great.
That's fucked up, Morgan.
Yeah. I agree.
But they do bite. The red pandas do bite. You know that, right?
Hey, yo.
Well, I mean, if they bite you, you're well within your right to defend yourself and kick it in the face.
Does that mean dogs is legal?
Those are dangerous animals, and we can't hunt them.
No, you should not be hunting dogs. All right. Last one from me before I move on. There is a small change to the penal code that is to hunting without a valid license. Previously, it stated that a suspect engaged in hunting activity without proper licensing, that including their weapons and hunting licenses. I have updated this to include it's saying without a valid physical license in their possession. So if you go out hunting, even if you have your weapons license, so even if you don't have your hunting license with you, you have to have that in your pockets. If you don't, there is a potential for you to be charged with hunting without a valid license. Just make sure to take it with you when you go out. You don't have to go get a weapons license as long as you have one on your profile. Just make sure you take a valid photo ID and your hunting license. That is all from the San Andreas Hunting Act. Again, if you have if you're curious about anything else that is in there, feel free to go check it. You can check it at City Hall, I believe, under the public records, or if you go to Digital Den, you can get yourself an MDW and check it from there. All right, I'm going to move on here to Mr. Johnny Boyd so that he can bring up the Firearms Regulations Act.
Well, I'm not the best at public speaking, but I'm going to go over the changes to weapons classifications and the licensing application for hunting weapons such as the rifle and crossbow have been deregulated down to a Class 1 from Class 2. This means that it's no longer a Class 2 charge if you have that. However, it's, still Class 1 if you have that, and you should. This is because bolt-action rifles haven't been a serious weapon of war since the Korean War. It shouldn't be charged as such, along with, things like SMGs that are Class 2. The other change that we have is to weapons licenses. Upon submission of a lawful weapons license request, the issuing law enforcement agency shall process the request without delay, and upon the applicant's eligibility will be verified and background check is completed, the license must be issued within the same calendar day. There is no longer a 7-day wait period that some officers were doing. It must be done that day. We're continuing to look at further reclassifications as we work with state government to see what can be done about things. So, look forward to more changes in the future as long as we can work with state government on that.
All right, thank you to John Boyd for that. All right, what we will be doing next is I will be passing the microphone over to Cherry, who has some interesting news about the commerce side of things. And then after that, we will be handing over to Arlo for some other little things that we've been working on in private. And then we'll be taking some questions from the audience.
So we've been working with Commerce this week, and we will be working within the next week to get some initial legislation to be pushed through, hopefully, to make sure that we get these businesses that aren't being open and make sure that the standards that we expect from business owners is transparent and known to all. That way we can start making sure our businesses are open regularly. I know there's some issues that you might be excited to see that we're trying to push through legislation, but since it's not, completed yet, I don't want to say anything, but I do think that you'll be happy with the legislation that we will be putting through.
You could give them a little sneak peek of something if you want to.
Well, okay. I know that we're working hard to make sure that we get rid of a lot of the on-call. I know a lot of people hate that, and we're going to be working to try to push some legislation through that will help eliminate and tackle a lot of that. As well as getting rid of the cringy AI ads. Well, I just wanted to let you guys know that the business standards will be getting pushed through this week, hopefully, and hopefully everybody will be happy and satisfied with those. And then I will give the mic to Arlo.
All right, how's everyone doing today?
What's good?
One of the big aspects of my campaign that I ran on was fighting corruption in the city throughout the various departments. I heard a lot of concerns from a lot of civilians, a lot of members of our city, that one of the biggest complaints that they had was the corruption throughout the various departments. I can't go into great detail yet, but just rest assured that we are going to be working with IAA. We are already putting together some stuff to submit to them to help combat this. We'll have more information as it gets moving along, but we are already boots to the ground trying to fight some of the issues that we've seen personally and some of the issues we've heard about. If you have any concerns or complaints about various forms of corruption or wrongdoings in the various departments, you can always reach us through the mayor line, or I'm sure a lot of you know us personally. You can always reach out, and we're more than willing to hear any complaints or concerns and help that guide us as we work to fight the wrongdoings in various departments. We'll have more information shortly, but right now just know we are already hard at work trying to help make sure that all the departments operate to a standard that the city deserves. Thank you very much.
Now that we've spoken on all the things that we've currently been voting on and doing over this last week, we would like to hear any sort of comments, concerns, or anything like that from the audience. If anybody wants to ask any sort of questions or anything, we could have you line up on the left-hand side here, my left, your right, and we'll take your questions. If you just speak up nice and loud, and then we'll give you an answer if we can. But we will get started with you, Miss. Please say your name nice and loud for the crowd. I already know who you are, but yeah, and then ask us your question.
I'm Shonda Johnson, the one and only.
When have we ever nothing else?
I know you
Shonda,
touched on it a little bit, but like we need more goddamn answers. Cause what is actively being done about these motherfuckers in position of power who are clearly making a mockery of the courtroom and repeatedly pushing the limits of the bar ethics, and nothing seems to be done about it. These motherfucking judges ain't any fucking better. They ain't holding these assholes accountable, and because of that, we're starting to lose good fucking lawyers. And I'm talking about the lawyers that are taking on high-profile cases. They fucking defending civilians that be running over by these goddamn police, which feels almost daily. And these motherfuckers getting shot up in these streets because these police officers do not know who they fucking shooting at in a fucking active scene, and these innocent motherfuckers are getting hurt. And these lawyers are not here anymore because of the shit that's going down in these courtrooms. So my question is, who the fuck is holding anyone accountable? Because if from where I'm standing, it feels like no one is, and the citizens of San Andreas are paying the fucking price. And I already know some people are gonna write me off because of the flag I got in my back pocket, but I'm not standing here for just one side. I'm standing here for everyone, especially the hardworking civilians who live a law-abiding life, who are just trying to live their damn life and getting caught in the middle of a fucking broken system. Thank you.
Preach.
Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
About all of this, though.
Very good question. So just to be sure, the question is who is holding DOJ responsible for all the sort of actions that have happened over the last few days, right?
Who's holding anyone accountable around here?
Well, we actually have gone ahead and voted on each person to sort of be a bit of a liaison with the with the different departments. I can tell you right now, if you want to know who is who, by all means approach us and ask. I will tell you right now, I am the liaison for DOJ. I know a lot of people within that department. I know fine well that although DOJ can be quite critical and quite hard on a lot of people, I know that they are trying to educate people, at least those that are still left. I know that they are wanting to run classes, not just for lawyers, but for everybody within the state to come down if they want to and learn about law, learn about the different states of law.
That is, they fucking bias already, dog.
I mean, that's the thing. If you guys believe that somebody is being biased, we can absolutely reach out to the board, and you can try and do protests and things like this. I've mentioned this to you before already, Shonda. If you have an opinion about something, and it is a very strong opinion, 100%, go ahead and protest for that, and protest for the right to be able to do that. All I will say, and this is just my own personal opinion, this doesn't reflect the opinion of the council. The people that we currently have in, they are the people who are willing to do the work and willing to try and help people. Yes, they are a bit of a pain in the ass to some people, but at the same time, if we get rid of them, who is going to take that place? Who is going to be the one to do that work? If we have somebody and somebody wants to step up, by all means, but at the same time, nobody at the current moment wants to step up and do that position. Nobody wants to step up and do that job.
Yo, we just asked who's keeping them accountable. That's all, not to fire them all.
No, like
yeah,
I mean, they pushing out good lawyers, and
you said nobody.
They pushing.
They're wrong.
They pushing out good lawyers who are defending good civilians out here. They are just trying to live their life and getting caught in crossfire. And now we got what, one lawyer? You're gonna take on all this shit? Like the fuck?
And all you said is we can protest. Like that ain't gonna do shit.
Motherfuckers out here don't like. Some people don't want to fucking have a voice and stand up here and say this shit. So I'm fucking having to. And I know a lot of motherfuckers around here are gonna look like it's gonna one ear out the other because of the flag I'm wearing. So I'll fucking speak for them.
Without going into great detail, I will say that I am trying to work and look into the recent departure of a lot of the lawyers. There's two sides to every story. It's not as cut and dry as it sounds or it seems. So I am still trying to look into that a little bit. But also, you mentioned, innocent people getting shot. If you can safely,
Ran over,
and the keyword being safely, get photos or video of innocent people being shot, please send them our way, and we will happily pass that along to the IAA.
The one thing about me is I ain't fucking saying names. I ain't doing nothing, but
if
these people need to be
held
protected.
accountable, Shonda, you have to report something with names.
It ain't gonna happen for me.
Well, then nothing's ever
without
gonna
names, we can't do anything about it.
We don't know.
That is true. It's
listen, if y'all had good lawyers that were around, these people would go to them, right?
The problem is a lot of them lawyers was doing things that they ought not to have been done. Now, if you got a DOJ complaint, you can always submit one of those. Bar complaint as well.
Absolutely. Bar complaints are absolutely something that you guys can push through. If you're confused about it, you can go down to City Hall and ask somebody about it. Ask somebody who is on the staff about a bar complaint, and they will take it seriously. They will take votes on it and everything like that. Okay. I will say as well, we will be working tirelessly within the office while we are here to try and hold all of the different PD departments accountable, as well as keeping DOJ on par. Okay. All right. Next question, if we can, please.
By the way, he's not wrong. It's like the officer.
But we need more than that, right? Because it's for everyone.
Yelling
It's
and
not just for
screaming
street.
at a funeral of a first responder by the hospital. Just to let you know.
You yelling, Molly?
I don't know his damn name.
Speak louder.
But that's just disrespectful. Just to let you know on that one.
I agree, and that's the thing. If
Investigate that. If you ever find out who that person is, he needs to be going get,
Again, if somebody is doing that and they are an officer of the law, you go up to them, you ask them for their name and badge number. If they refuse to give it to you, you call somebody up, you ask them, you say, I've got this person in front of me right here at Eclipse, and they can help you from there. Always go up the chain.
And it's sad that, you know, the first responder is down and died and passed away. And none
Absolutely.
of our police department was there except for some of the sheriffs and some other law enforcement, where there should be tons of lights and sirens and all that kind of shit for a first responder. Okay? That would be for officers, it could be anybody. And I think that I think some of you guys lack in that area. They deserve more. Anyways, that's my opinion on that. And as for the Disability Act, if you guys have problems about this AI crap, you need to talk to me and I'll explain to you what is actually real AI. Because a lot of this AI stuff was around for centuries and everything, and even through Photoshop. Okay, it's just now it's coming out to the public, and people didn't realize it's been out there for a while for the disabled people, teaching them to walk, help them talk, help them speak, help them move items, help them do that.
Okay,
kind of stuff.
so let me focus in on what we mean by the AI stuff. What I mean is the usage of AI. What we mean is the usage of AI within advertisements.
Locked in, dog.
And
There's nothing wrong with that because it is part of the disability. You guys need to understand that.
And this is the thing as well. There are people within the state who work on the commerce, who work in their own businesses, who can help you with that.
Disability people, because
no, absolutely not.
Yes, you are by doing that. So, anyways, I'm just pointing a point out on that part. My question is, we have a license for hunting. Do we now have to get a new license due to the police department and a new different type of rifle or something because our rifles don't have serial numbers and all that kind of shit? So how are we going to register all this stuff when those rifles actually go bad?
The same way that you've been supposed to do it for months and months and months. If you buy a hunting rifle and you obtain your physical hunting license, both of those require you to have a weapons license, a valid one. Now, if you would like to proactively do this, you can. You can find a member of law enforcement and give them your rifle to register the serial number of, so they can check your ID and get your ID also added onto your MDW profile.
They can register.
Or they can roll up on you in the field and do it right there.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I just want to get this straight for how this is going to work.
As long as
we understand that some people, they go out hunting and they end up using 2-3 different rifles within that day. That is fine. If you guys cannot get a hold of a member of PD at that time, that's okay as well. We know the PD is always very busy. We know that it's not always easy to get in contact with them. Hell, I was trying to get in contact with them earlier today, and it took me at least 4 phone calls. So we absolutely understand that if you don't get it registered right there and then, it's fine. Likelihood is a marshal will end up coming up through the hunting zones. They'll be checking on everybody. They'll check you'll check it and add it to your profile. All right, next person, please.
Yeah, I'm Robert Danob, and I'm from the Los Angeles Census Survey.
Pleasure to see you again.
Yeah, you too. Just a real quick question. So am I to understand that this is going to be the procedure that you guys talk about things and vote on it and then tell the public what you voted on without any kind of feedback from the public to possibly give their opinions or views on a potential vote or bill?
Yeah.
So the way that we want to do this is during the week, we want people to come to us and express their concerns about certain things within the penal code, within certain values of legislation, and we will take those on. We will be looking at those, and we will, on Thursdays, always going to be on Thursdays, we are going to take a vote on things. We are going to take a vote on legislation, on whether or not certain things within legislation need to be changed. And then during Saturdays, we'll be coming out here to City Hall events. It's not always going to be here, maybe elsewhere, depending on what we decide. And then we will announce what we have been voting on and, what people have been telling us about, and, just making sure the people are informed. during the week where we hope people will call us, they will come to us, they will meet us on the street and tell us something that's bothering them, something that is within legislation or within the realm of what we can do as the mayor's office in order to obviously take that into our meetings on Thursdays and vote on those things and mention those things to each other. All right, I think that's the last individual right there waiting for us. If you could just say your name and what your question is.
Yeah, my name is motherfucker Danger, sir. Esquire, lawyer extreme, extra fucking hobo lawyer, bro. So my question is, how do you plan on fixing the guilty to proven innocent system that was manipulated by the prosecution's office and an absentee chief justice? Now, what I mean by that is this is the only state in the world where when somebody pleads not guilty, it's suddenly called an appeal, and the lawyer has to go gather the evidence against their own fucking client. This system was manipulated by the prosecution's office because he's a lazy-ass, bald dickhead that didn't want to do any paperwork. And signed off by a judge who lives in Liberty City and doesn't even fucking come here, bro. The system needs to be that the officer prosecuting the fucking charges has to write up the plea immediately after sending the guy to prison. Or a prosecutor can write it up. Nowhere, anywhere should a lawyer be writing up a goddamn appeal after they send someone to jail, bro. This system is rigged, bro. What are you going to do about that shit?
Facts, yeah.
Right, that right.
True that.
Absolutely, I think that would be.
I've been trying for months, but the Chief Justice don't even fucking live here, bro. This asshole need to be thrown out and get a new Chief Justice.
That guy, we a kid.
Well, I can definitely say for certain that there is a few people who are around during these times and who are available. Maybe not Chief Justice so much, but I will say that there are people that we can speak to about that, and we can absolutely get meetings organized and things like that to try and figure these out. I know for a fact that DOC wants to make things easier for everybody, and I know that they want to try and make things different, change different things. So yeah, I absolutely think that it is a very good idea about trying to maybe see if we can change that, or see if there's a way that we can see if we can get that arranged in a way that is a little easier for the lawyers and for the PD in general.
Changing it back to the way it should be, you see, even Mr. Rogers is up there. If the officer had to write up their evidence and file immediately, you would have more leniency for making deals in the cell. But because they just know you have to do the whole damn thing, they just send the client away for max charge. Half the charges are bullshit and get thrown out all the time.
Amen.
Yep, yeah, and it's all because Douglas sucked off the Chief Justice under a table or some shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
If you have evidence of that, please bring it forward.
Yeah, please do. I would love to see that.
I mean, I've seen white marks on his chin. Does that count?
Oh, don't worry. We got a good photo. We got a good photo of his chin when that beard isn't in the way. Don't you worry.
Okay, Mr. Danger, can I ask you a little question?
After if you listen to me, but I think that's the biggest change we need to fix what's going on, because like lawyers should not have to go dig up evidence against their client and file it to a fucking docket, bro.
Oh shit! Sorry,
Fight. Yeah,
it's pandemonium.
Shirt anyway.
Hit him again,
bro.
What were you starting to say, Frank?
Kick him while he down.
Get him.
Oh, that one rocks me. Holy fuck.
All right. If there are no other questions, if anybody else has anything to ask or say or anything like that, we'll be ending off this city hall right here. If you guys have any other questions later down the week, obviously we are available. We will be willing to listen to you and listen to your woes and your worries and try to hopefully help you guys with making this place a much better place for everybody to live. Thank you all so much. Really appreciate every single one of you who came out here. And make sure as well, you guys, if you haven't already, go over to Molly's food truck. If you guys are needing food, we have paid out for food and everything like that. So just don't worry about it.
Maybe mention the mayor's line and the service is out.
Free food? Oh, hell yeah. I want to talk to the council, but I want some free food first. Where's this food?
And last thing as well, if you guys need anything from us, if you don't have our numbers personally, we are in the services app. We are under the mayor's office. Any of us can answer, so please do feel free to reach out.
Hi.
All right, wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.